Yo, what's up, friends? I am Alex with Stucco Done Right here in Franktown, Colorado. And today I want to talk to you about stucco cracks. Why does stucco crack? It is a question that I get asked a lot, at least 3 times a week. On every of my appointments when I'm looking at estimating for stucco repairs. Anyhow, the 4 most common reasons why stucco cracks, 4 most common reasons would be poor installation. Then I'll break down the reasons, the causes of poor installation. Second, moisture filtration behind the stucco. Then I'll break it down in a little bit. Third would be the similar substrate materials behind the stucco. I'll get to that in a minute. And lastly, less common would be settling cracks when the building structure or house is settling. That's a foundation problem, and that's beyond the stucco problem. So let's break down the first. Poor installation. Poor installation is going to have different reasons why. It could be that the lath might be too loose, not enough fasteners. Second would be that not enough curing time between the base coat and the finish. Typically is allowed, or we allow 7 to 10 days, and we hose down the wall or the house 3 to 5 times between the grace period between the 7 and 10 days. So for the stucco to shrink and crack everything it wants to on the base coat. And another reason, it could be too much sand on the stucco base coat mix, or even I've noticed that often if windy, when the base coat is applied, it also accelerates the drying time, and it will not cure properly, and it will cause more cracks to occur. So that relates to poor installation. And how you notice that, it's that it doesn't matter where it is, windows, no windows, under a deck, or doesn't matter if it's just a solid wall, under a roof, it still has cracks, and they look like a map type of cracks on the wall, like shattered everywhere. Those are basically poor installation type of cracks. And those can be repaired by resurfacing of the wall with synthetic base coat, fiberglass mesh embedded, followed by color texture synthetic finish materials. All right. Number 2, the number 2 reason, moisture filtration behind the stucco wall. That typically usually occurs below windows, below decks, below gutters, below openings. Anywhere that the vapor barrier was pretty much cut, compromised due to an opening, and at the time the applicator didn't apply it correctly. So then it's going to cause it's going to allow water to filter between the vapor barrier and the plywood. And so that's going to rot your plywood, or it's going to expand your plywood, swollen your plywood, forcing your stucco to crack. And you're going to see that like below windows. And then after a while, the crack, it starts bleaching. Some sort of a dark residue might be from the rotted plywood. And that typically, again, occurs below openings, such as below gutters, below windows, below decks. Anywhere that you suspect that there's an opening, this type of dark type of cracking might be an indication of moisture filtration behind the stucco. The third, it's substrate dissimilar substrate behind the stucco. That is when your concrete and your plywood, basically, the house is framed out of concrete foundation, and depending on how the slope of the terrain is where they're building the house, so then the might be that the foundation, it might be about 4 or 5 feet from the ground up. So at that point, the builder decides to stucco over it, because nobody wants to see foundation exposed, especially not over 2 feet, 3 feet or anything. So, and then the wood frame starts above the foundation. So what it needs to have like a breaking point. So what we use we use two sorts of flashing, head flashing overlapped by a stucco drainage flashing to allow water of the stucco to drain, and yet the head flashing will allow the movement. And then from there, we start the stucco on the foundation. So we have like a breaking point between the two. So you want to have that everywhere that the even if it's a horizontal or vertical crack or vertical joint, you want to have proper flashing. So that is that. And the fourth, the least most common reason would be settling of the building, or at least less common here in Colorado. Might be more common in other areas, but here in Colorado, most of the houses have a basement or crawl space on where the foundations are significantly deep. Although we have expansive soils and all that stuff, the builders do take their necessary caution on where they build, as far as the lot and whatnot. Anyways, so the foundation here in Colorado are usually a little more reinforced than usual. So I see more settling problems on concrete slabs. Reason why is because, well, it all depends on the builder. If the builder was just doing a thin slab, and then from there the framing is gonna settle, and that causes stucco that go beyond stucco repairs. It's going to require structural repair. So, folks, that's all I have for you regarding cracks, stucco cracks. And today I took the time because I'm off today. It's Saturday, May 13th. It's snowing here in Colorado. As you can see, Franktown, it's snowing, and well, I just wanted to make this video for you since it's been like about a week since I haven't had a chance to make any videos. But anyways, I'll be posting more soon. Well, thanks for watching.